What's up guys, welcome back to Team Neutralix. I'm your host Lxuliy, and in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to get out of gold in Brawlhalla. If this video ends up helping you, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel, as we have an entire library full of content to help you improve. And if you want any personal coaching from either me or any of the other coaches on Neutralix, check out the link down below. Okay, so when I was recording this video and obviously playing all these games, one of the biggest things I sort of want to make a point of is that I think a lot of players, what they try to do is they try to learn sort of what they should do after hitting their opponent without actually learning what to do when they hit their opponent. So a lot of this video is going to be emphasis on trying to get hits in your opponent, and I'm going to be playing a lot more slower than I usually do because I want to try to put myself in sort of the mind of a gold player and kind of show you like, hey, these are the mistakes you're going to be making. This is how you should be playing and stuff like that. I kind of just show you a good example. I play very simple in this game. It's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't try to do any advanced movement. I don't try to do any advanced strings and everything. So hopefully this will be a lot more easier to follow along with, and I hope you enjoy.
If you want to improve at Brawlhalla as quick as possible, I'd really recommend subscribing to Team Neutralix's Brawlhalla class. For only $4.99 a month, you get access to a private class hosted by Neutralix pros, creators, and coaches through our Discord. You also gain access to all previous lectures if you just go to our website under the members tab. A big problem with improving at video games through YouTube videos is that YouTube really rewards a certain kind of video, where this membership allows us to host classes on any topic and really tell you guys the real stuff to improve at Brawlhalla. For more information on our Brawlhalla class, go to teamneutralix.com or just click the link down below.
Okay, so to start off, I want to show the 1560 player, and then we're going to move up to 1600 and then 1700. And just to keep this video short, because obviously I don't want to sit here and spending a game doing it for 30 minutes of just analyzing and showing you stuff, I'm just going to do the last stock of each of these games and kind of give you an idea of what sort of the thought processes that you should be thinking. So I guess it's 1560. Something he does a lot is he just runs in and attacks. Like you can see, he starts off the stock. Sidelight, I avoid it. I don't go for a punish here. And the reason why is because by the time I react to this, which is about right here, he's already out of his frames. So there's no point to punish this. I'm not going to have time. Because right here, he just jumps out. I can't punish. Now, I do follow up, and I try to kind of see, hey, maybe I can punish him. I didn't really like going for Nair here because obviously he fast falls here, so I don't go for it. But this is sort of a situation where, because he's already almost out of his move when I react to it, I don't go for a punish. And you need to start thinking like this. You need to think whenever you go for a punish, is this actually something that is going to hit? Or am I just doing a move that has a high likelihood of missing, right? Because a big thing is that you want to make sure you can actually hit your opponent, and you want to make sure your hit is 100% going to hit. Even if it's you're 90% sure, 95% sure it's going to hit, whatever, I probably wouldn't go for it because it's not 100%. Make sure it's 100% before you go for the attack, right? So here, because I don't really want to go for Nair, I don't go for Nair to follow up, and we land to the ground, and he does Dare. Now I see this Dare, and I'm automatically like, oh wow, that's the freest punish in the world. Now why is this free? Because I'm playing Sword. I already know where my hitbox hits, and because he's basically right in front of me, anything's guaranteed here. So I go for D-Light, which is the most damage, right? D-Light Sair, D-Light Recovery, D-Light Dare, everything bread and butter strings. You get the idea. Bread and butter combos, I should say, right? And so this is just a free punish. I guess I'll pick for free. I sort of follow around, and I try to cover him with the Snare, because obviously he's going to go for this weapon. I miss it, but because Nair has a lot of drift, I'm fine. And then, notice how he does Sair here. This is something a lot of Go players do. If they're playing like me, in my situation, what they will do is they see a move that is missed, and they think to themselves, oh, I should definitely punish this, right? They see any missed move, and they will just instantly go for a punish. Don't do that. Once again, let's think here, right? In this situation, I am in a frame, right? I can't do anything right now because I'm in my Nair frames. I get out of it. By the same time, he's already halfway across the stage. There is no way for me to punish him. One, because he is too far away from me. That's spacing, right? Thinking about. And then two, he's already out of frames. So there's another one. And then three, I was already in a frame. So there's no way for me to punish him there. So instead, we just reset to neutral. Once again here, he does the Sair. No way for me to punish that. He's too far away. So try to position myself closer. He does another Sair here. A lot of gold players are just going to land on you with attacks. So real quick sidelight. I try to go for a quick follow-up, which would be D-Light, N-Light. D-Light. N-Light would be better, but whatever, miss it. I get cut off for it. That's what happens when you overextend. I sidelight to cover a huge area here. So right here, I see him miss, and I just do sidelight to cover. He can't jump it or do anything. It's kind of confirmed pretty much. He has to spot dodge, which no gold player is really going to do here, I don't think. Right here, I try to cover a Sarah, just cover the huge area, right in front of me. He jumps over it, but it's fine because he can't punish me. That's a safe move, so I'm not too worried about like missing that. And because he tries to punish me with this there, I just inlight him real quick. And I do inlight here, right, instead of delight, because delight's a little more riskier in my opinion, because like let's say he tries to do this dare and he's like slightly higher, delight won't hit. Like if like his dare ended here, delight's not going to hit, so I do inlight to make sure I catch the jump. You can also do sidelight for the same case, and kind of here is like a situation of that where I try to go for this kind of follow-up right here, but because he jumps, like my delight barely misses, and because he spot dodge here, he can't punish me anymore. Like that spot dodge just ruined him. So obviously I spot dodge, he tries to punish me anyway with this Sarah, and so because I spot dodge, I get free punish. And this is sort of a mistake a lot of Go players do, is whenever they miss a move, they always try to follow up with another move. Like, they will always do that, which isn't necessarily bad, but when you constantly do it, and when there's constantly situations where you shouldn't do it, you don't want to. Like, in this situation, if I were to follow up with another move, I could get dared, I can get sared, I can get jump ground pounded, for example, right? So instead, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, I missed delight, he's out of frames, he's a gold player, he's definitely going to try to go for a move. So because I know he's going to go for a move, right, I'm expecting it, I spot dodge, avoid his Sarah, and then I instantly follow up with a punish, because that's what I'm expecting. Right, and kind of do this. And then once again here, I'm just spacing, making sure I'm avoiding Bo's area. I see the Sarah miss, I go for delight Sarah, free punish, wait for it again. I see the spot dodge, I try to cover it with sidelight, but he's slightly higher, so it doesn't really work out. You can see, like, right, he needs to like fast fall a little bit for it to miss, but whatever, he can't punish me. Once again, lands on me with Sarah, I just delight Sarah him. Here I missed input. I was trying to do Sarah the other way, but I had to cover him up. I don't know if that would have hit. It probably would have. Yeah, it definitely would have. Right there, I was just doing ground pound, so I avoid the ground pound. Dare would have been better here. I don't know why I went for Sarah. That was just a dumb option by me. Right here, ground pound. For some reason, I dashed back here. You're supposed to just stay dashed, like don't move here, and then turn around delight. I don't know if this is like a misinput or this is just me being dumb. Once again, nair catch. I jump over because I know he's going to go for recovery. Try to cover his hair. And then I do inlet here because he wasted his dodge here. He's forced to land on me. And so I real quick turn around inlight. My inlight's going to out-prioritize his Sarah. Right, so I win that interaction. Now I'm sort of just waiting here. This is really bad. Like, this is sort of what I mean. Like, you missed an attack. Right, you constantly doing stuff like this. But whatever, he doesn't punish anything. He goes for ground pound here, so I sidelight, follow up with delight, and then just go for delight Sarah. Just a simple string. I try to catch him for this. Sadly, he dodged through it, so bad option by me. He dares me for it, so do a punish option. And this is sort of a bad fall. I should have done nair here. Nair is better. I don't know if this is a misinput or if I'm just going for Sarah out of random. Nair's better here. Recovery also works. Nair's just a safer option. And then I try to catch him with the landing with delight. The reason delight here is safe is it's fast enough to where he's not going to react to it. And you can see like he reacts to it super late. And when he does his Sarah, once again, similar spot dodge into inlight. You've seen that before. Right, so free punish. So sort of what I'm showing you here is just a lot of it is just me waiting for him to miss, going for the punish option. If I can't go for the punish option, I don't go for it. If I can, I go for it. Try to build up as much damage as possible. And the only other time you're ever going to see me attack first is like if I know I can cover an area, or if I know the move is safe enough where he can't punish me. So really, if you want to start off, just start off trying to get hits in off of punishes. Like wait for your opponent to miss, space them out enough, and then get a punish in, right? Sort of what you want to look for. Anyway, here we go. This is a 1623 player, so 1600. This is going to be slightly near that plat area. With here, I cover with Sarah. The Sarah's pretty safe. He has to like turn around sidelight me. That's all he really has, but because of the time he does it, he jumps, and I punish him with dare for it. I try to go for a follow-up here. Doesn't really work, right? And he punishes me for it, so probably shouldn't go for that overextension. Here, I cover his area with nair, right? Because I see him miss this move. He misses sidelight. I cover around with nair. And he can't jump it, he can't really do much, it's kind of forced on him. And even if that misses, I can obviously reset to neutral. Right here, I miss delight, and then he tries to go for this punish, because every gold player tries to punish everything, so I just spot dodge it, delight, sort of follow him around. I see him in the air, so I want to cover this area he's going in with Sarah. Here, he goes in the air, and with a lot of weapons you can do this. Axe, sword, guitars, lance, cannon, where you kind of see them like going there, especially if they like waste their dodges, just a free nair, right? I can cover areas of nair. I can miss, and I'm still fine, just as long as the move is safe, right? Like that sidelight wasn't safe. I was trying to catch his landing here, but right, I was way too early, and so I get punished for that. But nair's safe. Silo once again to catch landing. It was bad on me. Once again, this is just me waiting. I see him miss an attack. I go for a follow-up. I go for this one string. It would be better for me to go for a 2 combo. But I just went for the 1 string. It's too tight enough to where I'm like, I might as well go for it and try to get like a kill early. I would recommend just going for a combo though. Lance just doesn't really have a kill combo, so like I don't have like a dealer recovery, but like if I was on sword, for example, that's D-Light Saber dealer recovery territory. Here I do Insig to try to cover his aerial, because I see this recovery. He goes slightly higher, but once again, he can't punish me, so I'm fine with doing that. And then here, I'm just on here, I'm waiting. I see him do Sair, so I just cover with Sair myself. He's off stage, I try to cover up with Nair. And then now I'm kind of looking for recovery, and you can do this on some weapons. Like I said, this is similar to like sword nair coverage, where I'm fine doing this move. Like he can't really do much to punish me, so I'm just kind of able to just use it. It's super safe on where it sends me. So yeah, this was bad spacing off of me. I should have seen him landing. I should have been like, oh, let me spot dodge, but I just didn't spot dodge. Here he does D-Sig. This is kind of like obvious he was looking for it, so that was pretty easy to avoid. And then I just Sair him for free punish. And then right here, I'm just back to looking for these recoveries. I know they're safe, so I kind of just do them, and then I hit one. He's dead. Similar thing to the Kaya, but in this game, I kind of show more of like, hey, your weapon probably has a move that's going to cover an area. Like, you can do moves that are safe to cover an area, and also, like, you can sort of just throw them out. Like, for example, I throw out a lot of recoveries knowing he can't punch me because it's super hard to punish that move. That move is very safe. So, you can start doing stuff like that. Next up is the 1723 player. So this is actually a plat player and not, you know, a gold player. So super last stock here, right? And I just played another like heavy legend. I didn't want to do anything too crazy. So great sword. And I'm not gonna go for any like crazy great sword strings. I know a lot of gold players. What they do on great swords, like they'll just do like basically like just their starter, bridge, and then finisher over and over again. So I kind of want to try to play more of that play style. I try to play a little more optimally. Obviously, I'm going to act like I know how to play my weapon. But I'm not going to do anything like too crazy or anything like that. But yeah. Once again here, I see him go into the air, so I cover with Nair, right? And you can do that. I try to cover a sidelight to catch a landing. I see him do the Sair, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I see him jump, and I'm like, wait a minute. I know that, like, this is something I could probably cover, right? So I follow him. I see him do Sair, and I'm like, wait a minute, he just did Sair. That's a free punish. So I land, do Inlight, right? It catches everywhere. He can't jump. He can't really do much. So that's guaranteed. I go for this little string. This is actually true on Greatsword, Inlight, D-Light, but it's also like kind of inconsistent. You have to practice it, get used to it. So bad there for missing a true combo. I get punished for it, whatever. I try to go off stage with the stairs. I wouldn't really recommend going off stage and doing dares like that. I'm just playing kind of more aggressive here on Greatsword, and also dares really safe. Right here, I should have done Inlight. I see a Sair miss, that's just a free Inlight. But sidelight, we get hit. Doesn't really matter. If I get hit, you know, it's going to happen. You're going to get hit. Just something to get used to. You can learn off of this and be like, wait, why am I doing sidelight here? Instead, I should be thinking like, oh, I should be going for Inlight. Anyway, here I see this miss, and I've seen that my opponents jumped after every miss. A lot of gold players do this, so I cover with Inlight. Then I back off. So I just wait. And notice how, like, I don't punish the side sig, right? And I don't punish the side sig because too far away, I can't really punish it. There, too far away, I try to punish it. It was done with me. I get punished for it. Or just kind of land with dare because you see I'm not doing anything. I'm just waiting off stage here, by the way. Like, you don't need to just go off. I do side sig here to try to cover. This is just a late reaction. If I did it, like, right around here when I saw this recovery, it would have hit, but whatever. Side sig is also really safe, so he can't punish me for it. And you can see I gave him like follow with Sair if he tries to like get close to me. Right here, I just kind of walk into him, and I'm making sure I'm avoiding him with just kind of jumping around. And because I do this with this little dash jump when he does the Sair, I avoid it, I follow with Inlight, and then I get a little string off. I try to cover a jump here, but dodge in. Once again, he just ground pound, so I get that for free. And then when he does ground pound here, I just real quick ground pound myself. It covers huge area. That was basically just like a firm death. So once again, pretty simple here. This is just kind of showing you like, hey, this works in Plat 2, where I can just sort of, I have moves to cover, right? I have my nairs and stuff to cover, and I'm sort of just looking for punishes. Like, I look for when they miss, and then I just go for something afterwards. So, kind of like show you in training room real quick. Right? I pick Macho Man, go to small brawl, and kind of give you the idea of like the sword game plan I'm kind of showing you. Let's say we're fighting, I'm going to use sword just as like a more basic example. So let's say I'm fighting sword, and then I'll just have lance, and I'm spawning, I'll turn all this on, and then I'll just set them to chosen. Like when I'm fighting, all I have to do is sort of just wait, go for a punish, and then I can reset to neutral. And it's just sort of this over and over again where I can constantly play like this. I can do nairs, for example, right? You see where that nair, like, even though it's missed, I know this is safe enough to where, like, I don't get punished for it, right? So, like, I can do a nair and be safe, right? Because I have this, like, drift on the move, right? So I can use it to cover an area. Also, just, like, free punishes with Sair. I can cover this Sair. Oh, sorry, I can cover that recovery Sair. And that's sort of the way you think, right? Is just think about just sort of, like, spacing properly, like, spacing against the weapon, punish what they're doing, and, like, you have moves to cover, so, like, if your opponent's, like, you know, playing more safe or, like, trying to run away from you, you have moves to, like, put pressure on them. And so do that. Like, I have Nair here. That Nair is actually kind of bad, but, like, I have Nair here, I can cover a Nair here, I can do recovery here, and I'm safe, right? I can do, like, string follow-up, so, like, for example, if I'm playing, the bot might punish me for this, but, like, if I'm playing Lance, I can do, this will be lower HP, but I can do this into reverse Nair and be fine. And there he wasted a dodge, so I go for, like, a true combo. If they don't have a dodge, obviously it's a true combo. It's not really true, but like no dodge, you can't dodge it. Yeah, and it's sort of just like this kind of thing. And then also just make sure like you understand your weapons. So like I can end my poke here. Like understand when you can do stuff like that, right? Or like understand like when you can go for your bread and butter. Understand when you can go for like your aerials here, right? And also understand like, hey, if they're stacked, like I need to do a stack option. That's something a lot of Blasters players don't do. Is they will try to punish always with like Blasters sidelight, and they just forget they have inlight. And I'm like, your opponent's nowhere near a sidelight range, so like you want to punish them with inlight, not sidelight. You get the idea. Wait for your opponent to miss, and then go for a punish, right? If you can't punish, reset, make them miss again, go for a punish, and then just making sure like you can do extra stuff, like making sure the move you go for has like a firm effort, like what does the most damage, making sure you're spacing properly, and stuff like that, and you're basically guaranteed to get out of gold as soon as you start doing that more. So yeah, if this video helps you, you know, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And let us know, like, did you hit a new peak with this video? Does this video actually help you get out of gold? Like, you know, tell us about your journey. Do something like that. Leave in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next one.